All right. Hi, everybody. Dr. Nikita Visniak, and I'm here to take you through the ultimate massage therapy package that we've created here. It is a modification of what we created way back in 2020. What we've done is taken our giant massage therapy manual that sold out like crazy, which was 1,200 plus pages, and based on student and instructor requests, made that now into two books. So the massage therapy book itself, into its third edition, still has all the great content. The information is the same, but now it's spread into more portable formats. So if we look at the table of contents at the very start, it still contains all the same information, including evidence for massage therapy, history of massage, law, ethics, informed consent, all of that good stuff, including self-care. Never forget the importance of self-care, but also all of our assessment and palpation and muscle testing and record keeping stuff we have to keep track of, as well as treatment foundations. As you know from the original book, this takes you through how to deal with sprain strains versus trigger points versus soft tissue healing versus ligament injuries versus bone, tendon, muscle injuries, all of that good stuff. And then, of course, all the basics for the massage therapy techniques that you would use, hydrotherapy and thermal treatments, as well as exercise therapy, practice management. So starting off into practice and making sure you're making good, intelligent decisions, looking at outcome markers and forms used by thousands of practitioners around the world and schools across the world. But there's also a summary in the massage therapy book that takes you through each region of the body, and they're quick summaries where they go through all in one page, show you all of the palpation, muscle testing, orthopedic tests, and a quick review of the pathologies. What's been changed is the pathologies have now been moved into another text, the Orthopedic Conditions Manual. So ultimately, you'll want to use both books, but the Ortho Conditions Manual then goes into more detail in each one of the conditions. So here we have an example of the shoulder chapter where we go through, again, reviewing the basic anatomy, our key contents for assessment, including muscle testing, imaging, orthopedics that you might use and all of that, and then specific conditions broken down, right? So if we go through, you can see the anatomy, you can see all the muscles, some of the kinesiology as a review, chart forms, what your exam flow would look like, as well as video that supports this on our online content, range of motion assessment, all of that. But I got to skip ahead here just a little bit, trying to get to some of the pathology. So here we are for a rotator cuff strain. Then you find your detailed information that you would have as part of the basics for the definition, pathophysiology, demographics, assessment through the history, physical exam, your key differential diagnosis, because we never want to just think it's one thing, could be other things that are involved. And of course, special tests that you would choose, imaging that might be ordered, and then your treatment options from least to most invasive, just like the old book had, updated in the newer editions, and then carrying through with follow-up and management options that you might use as well for different pathologies in the region. So now all this information that you want, you can find in two books instead of one, based on the feedback that we've had from students who want to basically have it more accessible so they can carry the book with them. So we've made a smaller version of the Orthopedic Conditions Manual, which has the detail on the pathologies, and all the basic information that was there in the big, thick second edition is now spread out in the third edition between two books of massage therapy and orthopedic conditions. So hopefully you find this information useful. I'll see you in the future in a seminar or some CE event, and I'm very happy to hear any feedback or constructive ideas you might have on any of our projects. Thank you very much for your time, and enjoy.